I consider tango to be a big part of my evolution as a woman. And when I think of being a woman, I think of the women who influenced me most, my mother and my grandmother. My mother symbolized to me pure love, gentleness, and beauty. Her gentle nature belied her iron will. A beautiful blonde who resembled Marilyn Monroe, she fell in love with my father, a handsome, ambitious black man. She married my father in the 1960s when interracial marriage was not common. Her dreams were the same as most women in traditional marriages, to be a wife and mother. Still, the pressures of society eventually drove them apart, and I grew up without her most of my childhood. We reconnected as adults over tango. She loved to watch me dance and take pictures of me dancing. When I danced, I thought of freedom. To pursue an art, to be in the moment in practicing my art. My father was a wonderful piano player, and the thunderous refrains of tango reminds me of my dad's piano playing. My dad was an amputee, so I'll never know if I inherited my love of dancing from him. My grandmother was a model of elegance. She liked to tell me how to dress with style and what to expect in life from men. She told me that a woman should be a goddess to a man. In a poem I wrote to commemorate her life, I wrote these words. An icon of strength and femininity, she helped to make a woman of me. Both my mother and grandmother had very traditional ideas about gender roles for men and women, and I think the older style of tango exemplifies that. Its drama is characterized by male dominance and female resistance. Learning to dance signified to me that I had arrived, that I now had the leisure to focus on something outside the realities of survival, and that I was free to express myself, and that there is beauty in motion. In the newer style of tango, there is sometimes a blurring of gender roles. The male still leads, but the woman contributes equally in her creativity. The dance is led step by step, and the woman often has a choice of possible responses. Often when I am dancing, I think of my mother and my grandmother and wonder what they would think of how my life has turned out. My life is very different than theirs. My mother's mother had her at the age of 23, and my mother gave birth to me at the age of 23. I wonder if I missed out on something by not following in this tradition. But if I had had a child at 23, I might not be who I am now. I've traveled all over the world, and my education allows me to live independently. Still, all of this independence gets lonely sometimes. Tango is an art form with deep roots in the past and part of a changing history. I am part of changing history as a woman who has both European and African American ancestors. My life is rooted in theirs and is blossoming now. Some of the things my mother and grandmother taught me remain eternal. A woman can be gentle and strong, powerful and feminine.